Dona and Milton always pack a room. And I just didn't want to miss anybody coming in and then being upset because they couldn't see you guys. Get some well-deserved attention for all that you do. It is a privilege to be here today. For those of you who I don't know, I think I pretty much know most of you in this room. I'm Andrea Krieger, and I have the privilege of being the Executive Director of Institutional Development at the college. And it's always a good day when we get to celebrate good people, and I always talk about these folks up front as those filled with Southern grace. So it's a special day for all of us. I would like to just acknowledge we have some really good friends of the Usrys here with us today, and I'd like to welcome them with a special gratitude for showing up for your dear friends. We have, of course, the Usrys, and then we have Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Maygarden back here, Mrs. Denise Mock. We have Mrs. Diane Bracken. I saw her wandering around. Mr. Marty Picker, Mr. Ron Jackson, and Mr. John Clark, joining another cadre of good friends of the Usrys that also have the privilege of being here at the college. So you'll hear from Dr. Ed Meadows in just a moment, and Herb and Ann Wall are here. Herb is a current trustee for the college, and Ann was a long-time governor for the Pensacola State College Foundation. And then Margie Moore is here somewhere, one of our wonderful trustees who always shows up to celebrate with us. Mike Wiggins, who is our past president of our Board of Governors, who you'll also hear from in a second. And I saw Betty Roberts just sneak in. There she is, our vice president of the Foundation Board of Governors. And it's a good day. It's a good day for the college. It's a good day for the Friends of the Usrys to celebrate the investments that they're making in the college and the community. And we're just honored that all of you have taken the time to celebrate with us. As well as the Usrys, we have quite a bit of the senior leadership of the college here to celebrate. And I'm not going to waste your time because I know you want to hear from the Usrys. And I'd also like to share the podium first with Mr. Mayor Mike Wiggins, who's going to say a few words.
Well, Andrea, thank you for letting me speak. I appreciate it. And Usrys, thank you all for being here. Thanks for your generous gift. We're going to hear so much more about you before this event is over, so stand by for that. But we are honored to celebrate Dona and Milton's investment in the best and the brightest at Pensacola State College. Their gift is going to endow a scholarship that is going to help so many students, many of which will be studying in the accounting area. Now, I don't like to read when I stand up, but I do have to read just a couple of things to you. These are the subject matters that are going to be supported by this particular scholarship. An Associate of Science in Accounting Technology, College Credit Certificate in Accounting, Accounting 1, Accounting 2, or Introduction to Managerial Accounting. I need to stop there and say, Milton, where were you in 1965 when I took Accounting 2 at Pensacola State College? Man, did I need some help. Financial accounting principles, Introduction to Managerial Accounting and Small Business Accounting, and Credit Certificate in Business Entrepreneurship. It goes on, but I think we all get the idea how many people this is going to serve. And of course, preference is going to be given to those students who are pursuing a bachelor's degree in accounting. Now, here's some other good news. The Pensacola Foundation is proud to match $12,500 of this gift in our alumni matching program. Now, you have to qualify for that, and because Dona served 15 years as a trustee, we think that qualifies her. What do you think? No question about it. So this is a very generous gift, and we thank you very much. Just a couple of comments about the Usrys. Number one, I live in a great neighborhood. It's my house. Right in the same block is Dr. Meadows, and right around the corner are the Usrys. My property values have skyrocketed because of that. I just want to thank you both for that. Also, as I drive around the neighborhood or walk around the neighborhood, I always run into Dona walking the dog. and we stop and have a conversation. Now, in a nice group like this, I'm not going to call it gossip, but because of everything the Usrys have done in the community, the support of so many organizations and so many people and so many students and so much at UWF and at Pensacola State College, she knows it all. So if you want to know what's going on in our city or our region, meet Dona as she walks her dog around the neighborhood. So it's a great place to be. Finally, I just want to say thank you again for this generous gift. You're going to make a difference in the lives of so many leaders in our community, in our state, and even our nation over the years. And we cannot thank you enough for this great, great gift. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to speak to y'all today, but an honor to be with the Usrys. They are great friends. They are great neighbors, and it was just an honor to be here. Thank you.
Just a small reason why I love my job. I get to work with great people like Mayor Wiggins, and it's a privilege also to work with Dr. Ed Meadows. I know you want to hear from him. He has a long tenure with the college, and he has a long personal relationship with us. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you, Dr. Meadows.
Thank you, Andrea. Andrea is battling a little bit of sickness, so I commend her for being here today. And you know, we're all family here, whether we're employees of the college. As I look across the room, Dona has made friends with so many of us at the college, Trace Whitten, Coach Hamilton, and others. So it's Family and Friends Day this morning at Pensacola State. And certainly for the past 11 years, 11 plus 2 months, we have come to know the Usrys and become close friends. As Dona came to every one of the interviews for the president's position when I applied, and after I was selected, I was on my way down here a couple of weeks before I was officially the president to do some transitioning with Dr. Delano, and I get this call on my cell phone, and it was Milton Usry, and he identified himself. He says, "I just want to tell you that, you know, we have the wonderful Rotary Club downtown, and I want to get you in that club before somebody else offers you to visit." And so I never visited another Rotary Club except to speak, because Milton took care of making sure that I became a member of the Pensacola Rotary Club. We've shared our family visits together, and one of the highlights of my week will be when I'm mowing the yard and Dona and Milton drive by and stop. I turn off the mower and I talk a while until the traffic backs up. And get caught up on what's going on with Meadows and the Usrys. So y'all are dear friends, very dear friends to me and Kitty and my family, and we appreciate you for that. You know, Dona, I think Mike said it so well. You know, February 1999, Dona became a board member, and Margie Moore is here as a board member, and all that time, you know, I think you've always considered Dona a personal friend. But I particularly have enjoyed getting to sit with them at basketball games, and but they attended many of the events of the college, and not as a responsibility so much as a board member, but as because of the love of this institution. And Dona actually helped me be president too, because she would call me up and say, "Ed, did you know that there's a pothole out there in the parking lot? I'm afraid somebody's going to step in that." So I said, "No, we're going to take care of that immediately." So it always is helpful to have someone looking after the welfare of the institution, and that continues to this very day. And today is proof of that in this generous donation that we are making, endowing, you know, $100,000, $1,250 with the matching program, which was unanimous on the alumni board, Dona and Milton. And Ron Jackson, when he came in, he said, "Oh, that's a nice UWF tie." It's also Pensacola State College. This is for you, okay? We're in the But, you know, y'all know what Dona and Milton have meant to this community, and I'm not gonna read all the information, but, Dona has been so involved in all of, the charitable organizations, and many of you that are heading up those charitable organizations are here today to honor, the Usrys. And certainly, Milton told me that he actually came here as a visiting professor, 21 years ago, or 20 years ago, and he stayed for 20 years, but he distinguished himself in other states as a professor as well. Inducted into, believe it or not, the UWF Athletic Hall of Fame, for being faculty representative so many years, and I actually got to attend that ceremony. I was invited, and I think that was 8 or 9 years ago that happened. But you know, the legacy that they've left or leaving in our community is certainly noteworthy beyond today for what they've meant to our community over the past 20 years. And they also have other legacies that they're leaving, 2 sons, and I believe 5 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. And they also have instilled in their sons, you know, community service as well. And Wayne is a retired accountant, CPA, and now manages his wife's family ranch. And Marcus is a professor of business law at Bloomsburg University in Pennsylvania. So they've done very well by their children, and I'm sure their great-grandchildren and grandchildren are going to do very well as well, because they have an influence upon those individuals as well. So at this time, Herb and Anwal are here today, and Herb is also a friend of the Usrys, serving on the board. And he's our chair of our board of trustees, and he would like to make a few comments. So, Mr. Wall.
Thank you. Well, unlike Mike and Dr. Meadows, if I read what all they've been involved with in our community, it would be impossible for us to have lunch or maybe even dinner. The list is just incredible. The service that you get in the community, especially at college. When I came on the board, first thing I can remember was Dona sitting next to me and looking over and giving me a quick hug saying, "Hi, friend." And that stayed with me. It has been an amazing journey for me on the board because of you. You know, a board of trustee has some responsibility, and coming in, you really have no idea what you're getting involved with. And Dona had been there since 1999. I'm, I think, in my 7th or 8th year now. I can't even remember. But I remember all those meetings with Dona and all of the things that we were going through as a board, which in any organization is that way. And both of them have been on many boards locally, served many times. Dona always was a place where each of the board members, not only myself, but each of the board members could go to get some history, to get some advice, to not be influenced, but to help us get through making those decisions together. And so, for that, thank you. The other thing I'd like to say is that going to Tallahassee with Dona was a special time. She knew, and through Sandy Ray, knew more people in Tallahassee than I think the governor or anyone else. And it was always a pleasure because she had so much, and everyone who knows Dona and knows Milton know they have such connections with everyone locally that she really honestly does know what's going on in town. I think we need to have a gossip column. If we had a newspaper that was strong, we would have a gossip column where the two of them could really help us all understand our city. And Mike would know that better than anyone. Anyway, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, this is a very special occasion, and our students, I know, are going to benefit. I'm thinking about coming back and getting a county degree. So I don't think I would apply for your scholarship, but seriously, the students here need, in a state college or community college, whatever you want to call us, junior college, there are so many people who have so many needs that are not met, and this scholarship will certainly help with all of that. So thank you very much.
invite Dona up first. And I have to tell you, Dona, you've had friends coming in while we started because they just got into town and they didn't want to miss it. So you have friends in the back too that you'll see when you get up.
Thank you, Henry. Good morning. Thank each one of you for coming out this morning. I was so honored to serve as a trustee at Pensacola Junior College. It was one of the most rewarding things that I have ever done. I got to serve under 3 presidents, Dr. Atwell, Dr. Delano, and Dr. Meadows. But had it not been for Jerry Maygarden, I would not have gotten to serve, I don't think. Because Jerry asked me of my interest, and I was interested. He said there were a lot of forms I had to fill out. I filled them out. We got them to Tallahassee, and Jerry informed me, along with the governor, Jeb Bush, that I was going to be a trustee. So thank you very much, Jerry, for introducing me to this wonderful job. And I'd also like to thank Larry Bracken for always taking care of us trustees when we went to meetings. He knew the places to eat, he made our reservations, and he even suggested items on the menu for us to try. Thank you, Larry. And I don't think he's here, but Diane can thank him for me. And thanks so much to Dr. Meadows for always taking care of us, for his faculty, his staff, and the students. He has a servant's heart, as do these other 2 gentlemen I have just mentioned. Having been committed to post-secondary education for most of my life, we are very happy to be able to help accounting students further their education here at Pensacola State. Thank you to the Alumni Association for the $12,500 added to this endowment. We know some of you have already given, and we hope some of you will join us in supporting Pensacola State College, the gem of the Emerald Coast. Thank you very much. And now, my husband Milton would like to say a few words.
It is really dangerous to give the mic to a former professor. I'm accustomed to 75-minute lectures. If you can relax, I'll take just a minute. Donna and I, in November, will have been married 68 years. All but 2 of those years in the military have been associated one way or the other with post-secondary education as students and faculty and volunteers. We have a very high regard for this college. It means so much to this community. And in fact, I have a t-shirt that says Pensacola State College connected with our community. I would add to that, also connected beyond our community, because our students are spread wide and far, our military as well as civilian students who elected to be elsewhere as they pursued their careers. Pensacola State is blessed with outstanding facilities, faculty, staff, and administration, and we should all be very thankful for that. The principal purpose of our mission of this college is certainly carried out well in a wide variety of ways. The bottom line of all of this is that we should appreciate what we have here, not only for community service, but also those who go beyond this community. Thank you all for being here. It's a pleasure to be involved in Pensacola State.
Southern Grace. Seriously, we visited last week, and Dona had a platter of cookies all ready for us. So in their honor, we have cookies over here for you guys now in return. But truly just an inspiration to so many in our community, and I know John would echo that for the Council on Aging and so many of our nonprofits within the community. So thank you for all you guys have done and will continue to do. I do want to say that we appreciate our media partners as well. It takes all of us to share this good news in the community, and so having WEAR TV3, WWF, which I told Dave earlier, he has the best voice on radio. Here is just really awesome, and then News Radio 1620 92.3. I think we're also going to get some support from the News Journal because everybody loves you guys, and it's important that we share this with all of your friends in the community because they wouldn't all fit in this room. So without further ado, we're going to bring a big old check out and do a nice picture to put into the books for memorial of this situation. Can I get some?
Yeah, we are. We're coming.
Yeah.
Are you all okay?
Yeah.
This is the check from Dona and Milton Usry for $100,000 to endow the county scholarship. If we had thought about it, we would have done another big check for $12,500 on the Alumni Association, but needless to say, that $12,500 will make it $112,500. And I challenge a couple of my friends in this room to write a check to add to this. And I'm looking directly at two that I know this amount is going to grow a little bit, or maybe a lot. You never know. But if you have ever experienced the dynamic duo of the Usrys in action, just think about the Council on Aging and WSRE and Pensacola State and all the other wonderful organizations that the Usrys have been involved in this community, coming up with good ideas to help those be better organizations. So we are going to have the picture taken right now.
We are. We're going to invite, if we could, the Usrys and their friends up. We'll get the Usrys and Dr. Meadows first, and then we're going to invite all of your wonderful friends.
Well, how about our two board members coming up with me?
Trustees first.
The trustees first.
We can shift a little bit to your right, towards the center of the screen. This way. Shift.
Yeah.
And then squeeze in really, really tight.
Yeah.
And then Andrew, tell us what to do now.
Okay, so if I could get the foundation, if Mike and Betty can come up here as well. You want us to? No, you guys can see.
While they're coming up, I'd like to say one more thing. It is appreciation to Andrea and her staff at the foundation. They do an outstanding job, and it's nice to be associated with the aging.
Okay, now we can get the Usrys and their wonderful friends.
All right, if you consider yourself a friend, come
Yeah.
on up.
We're gonna have to.
We don't have that much wall.
Can't get them all.
Get all the young kids, I know y'all are gonna want these pictures, and I'm gonna send them to Milton. Especially when you scoot in. Hey!
Go home week.
I told you they were sitting in the bag.
Squeezing real close like you're a big old family.
Oh, just 1 second. Did you see can you see all the faces? Sorry.
You can scoot a little bit to your, yeah, right there. Thanks. Yep.
Anything else?
One more picture of just the foundation board members, Betty Roberts and,
Mike was here.
Mike, and then, who else on the page?
That's the only board members here. Are you?
Good, ready? I'm sorry. No, that's fine.
Dr. Meadows, it was Dona's idea for the manna fillable and pickable too, so she started that.
Thank you guys. Please come celebrate with the Usrys and feel free to get some snacks up front. We have lemonade because it's a Southern tradition and some wonderful pastries.
Thank you guys for coming. We're good.
I've already jumped in front of her once. I know.
One other bit of information.
Hello, Dr. Meadows is speaking.
One other bit of information, we will be back, the board meets tomorrow, is it tomorrow? Our board, Pat?
October.
In October, the board will meet to, vote on the naming of the boardroom in honor of the
Oh,
Usrys.
sorry. That will be, August will be the vote, and then October.
October will be the ceremony, so actually tomorrow, the board will vote to name the boardroom in honor of the Usrys. And, then we'll have the ceremony the same day of the board meeting, the next month. So, this will be, in honor of the Usrys, nice name and opportunity. And, I wish now I had read all the accolades, the manna, pick vote, double vote, that was Dona's idea. So all of you that are here, that she has served on the board with, you know what she's done. And I forgot to mention that, Dr. Usry is an author, written articles and a textbook, and so it just goes on and on and on with the Usrys. So a big round of applause for the Usrys.
It's August 20.
We meet tomorrow.